Hey there, it's Jordan. I'm recording to you live from, I was gonna say something cute like Marutsuki's bedroom, but I'm recording to you from VR. I'm actually recording VR. It's wild enough that I'm even playing VR, but I'm recording it too. And press the button. Okay. I found this map in VRChat called Yume Nikki, like a U, and it's like a cute little pun. I'll put the information on screen in case you wanted to check it out for yourself. I'm playing in a private server because I like to do that. I like to check out some cool maps in VRChat and just play by myself. Mostly video game stuff, getting to play around in video game worlds. I've got myself muted because well, I guess I could unmute, but it doesn't make a difference. I think that icon's still gonna be there. So whatever, just keep it muted. Just in case. You can hear me. So I've tested it, I've checked it, you can hear me. I've got big hands. I might change my avatar. The thing is, this avatar is nice and tall, and I like that. I could show you what this avatar looks like. Hang on. Like there. That's who I am right now. Although I could also I could play as Eggman if I wanted to. Hang on. Let's try being an Eggman for a little bit. Oh, now I'm shorter. And I've got a big belly that I can see every time I look down. That's the problem with a lot of avatars, really. Uh, take away that menu. There's so much stuff to explain. God, I'm still Eggman right now. I like the avatars that don't do that. Like Sonia's pretty good. But then you can't see Sonia's fingers. Nah, the fingers are one of the cooler things about VRChat, or just VR in general. This is the one, this Lop is the one that I like to be the most. Just because she's cute. But she's also really freaking short. And that's usually not a problem. But, like, sometimes you just want to. There's some maps where it pays off to be bigger. And I might show off some of those maps at some point. But so let's just stick with CZ. Because you're tall, and you can still see the fingers. Oh, these are massive, massive jacket hands. But, right. Right. Anyway, so that's just a little tangent, which doesn't matter. It's frickin' VR. Welcome to VR. Here's a bit more of a tangent before we even step into the bedroom. Uh, Tangent, right. I'm playing this laying in bed, or I guess sitting up in bed. I like to do that because like VR is arguably more immersive when you're standing up, but point A, that gets tiring. For me, it gets tiring within 20-30 minutes. And point B, I've tried this both sitting down and standing up. I've tried different games in both. I've compared it. It's really not that much less immersive to be sitting down. So, you'll see my hands up here a lot. I've put a controller down, and I can see that it's just hanging up there. Let me just pull my bed covers up. There we go. Ugh. All right, pick up my controller, so I've got the hands going again. Right, so you'll see the hands acting a bit unnatural. That's just because I'm laying in bed. Okay? That's just, I'm just gonna have to ask you to be okay with that. Just because I don't know how long I'm gonna be here for, but I would like to be here for a while. Because, again, this is Yume Nikki. It is a VRChat adaptation of the game Yume Nikki, which is one of my favorite games of all time. And scratch my nose. And it's wild to be able to, wild to be able to be here in person. The door which does nothing because that's like the conceit of the game. Look, before we get into that stuff, there's a few more tangents I just want to get out of the way because there's going to be a lot of you out there who've never played anything in VR before. Maybe you want to, maybe it's too expensive for you, or maybe you find it cool, but it's too much of a motion sensory thing for you. All those are possible, and all those are valid. Me, I'm lucky. I'm lucky in that I do not get motion sick from this, and I'm lucky in that I was able to get a VR headset, a Quest 2, for cheap, and I know enough about computers to know how to connect that into a computer and play PC VR, and I know enough to know what that means. And I'm lucky in that I've got a frankly amazing and generous older brother who is PlayStation Advocate on YouTube, who links in the description down there. Point. Links in the description down there, yo. If you want to check him out on YouTube, he makes exciting, nostalgic videos about PlayStation. But anyway, he bought me a fantastic, fancy gaming computer, which I use for all kinds of things. Like I was in bed one day, and he just, like I was asleep. He woke me up with a knock on the door. I didn't want to get out of bed. I had no reason to get out of bed that day. And he just told me, like, if you get out of bed, I'll buy you a computer. And like, I've already got a Steam Deck. I don't really need a computer, but he specified to be a VR computer. And like, you don't really say no to that. Anyway, so I've got a computer that can play VR. And evidently, as I've tested, it can also record in VR, which is freaking cool. My headset is capturing the audio, well, the audio of the game, and also the audio of me speaking to you right now. Hello. Right. So anyway, that's not even the tangent. The tangent I wanted to get to is just the controls. Because those of you who have not played VR may be curious about the controls. I'm not going to go into crazy detail about it, because I do want to get to this as quickly as I can. Especially because recording videos in VR will take up megs and gigs of space. So you got two hands, two controller hand things. They've each got joysticks. This left one moves you around like this. This right one turns your head. So, really in VR, you can just do that part yourself. You can just turn your head and look around like I'm doing right now. But there's different circumstances, such as sitting down, where you might want to be able to just turn around like that. It's just convenience, and I make the most of it. Also, each controller has a few other buttons. This one lets you jump the right, but it doesn't really matter. And they also have triggers, which I'm using right now to control these fingers. So I can point, I can point and stick out the thumb. I can toggle the thumb, and I can what else can I do? There we go. Yeah, peace sign. Yeah, and you can also do devil horns. These are all VRChat specific things, and you can it's just, I don't know. You can do stuff, whatever. Okay. So that's a little. That gives you a little idea of what I'm dealing with here. What I'm working with here. So you're up to speed. Here's Yume Nikki. Holy shit. I guess there's still a bit more to say, but I can start saying that as I go along. So, oh yeah, there's a mirror. Why am I winking? That's really cute. I don't know why the eyes are changing. Is it like a hand thing? Is it? I don't know how avatars work. Right. Anyway. And if anybody ever wants to play this with me, you don't need VR in order to play VRChat. You can play it as like a first-person game on a computer, keyboard, and mouse. You can do that apparently. I've never done that, but I hear that you can do that. So if anybody wanted to play with me, it is a innately multiplayer game, and there's a lot of maps that are really cool. Right. But for now, look, let's just click here and go to sleep. Boop. Snore, snore, snooze, snooze. That was weird. And here we are, asleep. This is where Yume Nikki begins. So the whole idea of Yume Nikki, if you have not ever played it before, or heard of it, or seen it, or whatever, is you are a hikikomori, which is just it's a particular kind of shut-in, or recluse. They're usually adults. Holy shit, that TV's got something on it. I've never actually seen that before. And, well, you have a room, you don't like to go out the door. You can play video games on your console, because you like to, I guess you're a gamer. And you keep a little journal, we'll go out there in a bit. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But most of the time, what you do is sleep. And I guess record your dreams in a journal, but that's not really the focus of the game. Because Yume Nikki is the Japanese for dream diary, or dream journal. Yume is dream, and Nikki is, well, journal, or diary. Your character is named Marotsuki. She's really cute. I've got a plushie of her. I've actually got a lot of Yume Nikki merch that I get from Fangamer. Links in the description, homie! And, well, the reflection's wrong. Whatever. Well, actually, that's better because it's a dream. That's cool. But this is a surprisingly faithful recreation of Yume Nikki. What you see in here is very similar to what you're going to see, or what you would see in the actual game. But the actual game is RPG Maker. It's pretty rudimentary. Top down. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. I'll cut that part out. It's pretty rudimentary. It's where was I? But the thing is, I found out this map exists in VRChat. I played it for about an hour. And, God, I'm intimidated just looking at these doors. I loved what I played. I want to try to play as much of it as I can. And I thought it would be fun to record that. Because I've played Yume Nikki until I was blue in the face. I know a lot of that game. I've beaten that game many, many years ago. Because there's an ending to it, but it's not a required ending. The point of Yume Nikki is just to go wandering. So what the hell? Let's just go wandering. Yeah, let's take this one. Let's turn the volume up a little bit. I just dropped my controller. There we go. The point of Yume Nikki is to go wandering. Let's turn that volume up a little bit more. And it's really, really immersive in VR. But the thing is, there's a strange, surreal kind of tension in that. Well, in the concept of the game. Like, even the RPG Maker game is kind of tense. Because you're not really sure what you're going to see. And there are even threats in the game. Like, they've given me jump scares before. I don't really want to see any of that in person in VR. I'm terrible at horror. But I want to see all that there is about Yume Nikki. Well, this map especially, like, Jesus. So recording myself, essentially having an audience, will help me get through this. Okay, I think that's enough chitter chatter. Now just gawk with me. I mean, that's huge. That is huge. Just walk up to it. What am I looking at here? Scratch my nose as I walk along. What's a little bitey mouth? Oh, goddammit. One last thing. Let's deal with this guy. Long hair. Hang on. There. Oh, I guess I do have long hair. It's kind of floating above my head. mean, I don't really care. It's fine. So there are 16 such effects. That's an effect. And there's 16 types of that scattered throughout this dream maze. I think in the real game there's something like 30. Or I might be thinking of the fan sequel. But right, the thing I was gonna say. The last bit of chitter chatter. Is that... Sorry, I'm just hearing noises. The last bit of chitter chatter is that this is not a one-to-one recreation of Yume Nikki. This recreates much of the spirit of it, and all the assets have been redone to mimic the game, not necessarily to actually port it. Even all the music is just based on Yume Nikki. I suppose it'd be for copyright reasons, but I didn't realize that Yume Nikki was a heavily copyrighted IP. It's a free fan game. But regardless, what that really means is I can't be sure what the layout's going to be. And I can't really be sure what I'm going to see, even having played the original game as much as I have. So yeah, I can't rule out that I'll keep on yammering as we go. But hey, you're here. We're just taking a walk, aren't we? I'll be honest, this probably isn't the most exciting first destination in our little journey. Alright, so what the hell are you? You're another little... that thing. Blonde. Yeah, that's fine. They're just basic cosmetic effects. Right. The best part of Yume Nikki, of the experience, is always just finding a door somewhere, and you're never sure where it's going to take you. I don't see any doors in here. So maybe we should just count this one off, or write this one off, and try another world. Alright, well, there's a fast way to do that. So... get up. There we go. Poof, I'm awake. And I guess Maratsuki at this point would go to her desk and write down, ooh, dream today of, slabs with some pre-Aztec... what the hell is the culture called? The culture has an actual name, but I can't for the life of me remember off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up. The point that, there's a designs based on a real... I believe it's South American culture. And that rug is also an example of what the hell is... What? I can pick up the remote? What? Grab the... Come on. Come on. Come on. I want to know what it does. If it's something I can interact with. Okay. Oh, there might be some more stuff I can mess with as well. I want background music. Directional light. Oh, that's better. And this one's... I think this one's post-processing. I think. Let's just keep it that way. Right, so it should look a little bit better now. Well, I guess darker. Anyway. Night 2. You could say. As far as I'm aware, this is always the same. This backdrop back here. I think that's the same in the original game as well, isn't it? You know, I don't remember. Right. Okay. Alright, so I've got 2 effects so far. And that was the pink door. Yep. Oh, I know for a fact. I know where one of the effects is here, so let's go get this one. This is Snowy Forest World. There's all these little igloos. I have not found anything in any of the igloos. Actually, did I find an effect in here? Well, if I didn't, there is a path to go to another world here. So I'll take that. I'll take a quick little look around. I may as well just get this out of the way since this is something I've done before. We do have this little ghost here. It's a really cute little ghost. And look at you. Oh, I can pick you up. Okay, then there we go. I've got an effect. Did that cause it to snow? Oh, it did cause it to snow. Wonderful. Right. Just walk along. Hup, 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 hup. And there's a bed here. Let's sleep inside our dream. And here we are at a little staircase, heading downward amongst these hands. Like, honestly, the atmosphere in this is fantastic. I'm gonna put my hands down. Oh, right. Does this go anywhere? No, it's just a wall. Okay. We got a fire, as you can see. Luckily, it doesn't hurt. Just a weird little dream. Oh, hey, isn't everything? You are not an effect. You what? You are? Poop hair. I didn't even know that. I walked by you when I did this the first time. I thought you were just a creepy visual. Alright. Well, cool. I've got the poop hair effect. Right. Oh, that's a door. I was getting annoyed by the bright light, but no, it's a door. Oh, hey, I know where we are. This doesn't look right. What if we turn this off? That does not change it. That is more like how it's supposed to look. Although it's blindingly white now. So this might indicate this is actually how you're supposed to play the game. With directional lighting turned off. I can do it multiple times. It's another thing I didn't realize. That was a noise? Or is that just part of the background music? Yeah, that's just the background music. Anyway, here we are in a spaceship. A little bed that you can't actually use, or like a bench. Could just sit here and just, enjoy it. Let's go wandering some more. We're here to wander. And there's a little machine here. So you can choose between that warehousey building that we were in and this. Smoke up there. Also, here's this, the thing we were just in. Spaceship. And there's that weird sound. It's definitely saying words. I've looked around before, and I have not found anything. Although it does sound like that's coming from a direction. And there's that smoke up there, and I never actually checked that out. I kind of got lost here. So hey, let's you and me, viewer, let's go check that out. I could turn the audio up a bit more, but I don't want to drown out my own speech. Go, let's turn it by 1 notch. Right, what's up here? A little vent. Oh, God. Well, viewer, your guess is as good as mine now. I don't know what we're walking into. Hey, buddy. Can't interact with you. Okay, my head goes through the wall. My head goes through the wall. Is there anything I can interact with, or is that the end of this little path? That might be the end of this little path. Well, I didn't find that when I actually played this by myself. So already we've had a bit of success. God, it's just sound. It's so directional. Right, well, I'm gonna guess we've seen enough here. Whoop, we wake up. Poof. Oh, come on. Grab it. I can do this. Remote window. What? 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 I pressed 7. Is that gonna do something? 8. 9. 10. Oh God. Something's loading. Huh. Oh hey. Is it gonna play? Can we have it play? Timestamp. How do we get it to play? Oh, scratch. God. The thing about wearing a headset is that, especially when you have a mustache, it gets freaking itchy. Right. Can we get you to play?